My husband was an electrician in a coal mine for 30 years. He was a proud man. He felt like if someone was good enough to give him a job, he was going to give him 100%. He was just a very honest man. I think he missed maybe 5 days in 30 years. He went to work when he was sick. In fact, he had a massive heart attack at work. He gave 100% to that job, you know, and that's the way he wanted it. So, you know, he did it, and he felt good about himself when he did it. I don't think it was easy work at all. I went down in the mine to see for myself because I wanted to understand what Bob was going through. And for me, it was scary. It was dimly lit in a lot of places. It was cold, it was damp, and there was at times it was so foggy you couldn't see. We were married 40-some years. When my husband came home from the Marine Corps, I met him out there at the farm because my uncle's son and him were friends, and that's how we met. He never really talked a whole lot about when he was in service, and I never really questioned him. He was one proud man. He's a Marine, and they are proud people. He taught Sunday school, sang in the choir, and did a lot of things for the church. My husband never worked for Patriot Coal, no. My husband worked for Peabody Coal for 30 years. They are holding my future. Peabody's got my future in their hands. Peabody knows what they're doing when they're doing this, setting up a company and then putting all their employees in that company, making them think they're still going to be covered, and they know full well it will go bankrupt. That's a crime. It's a big scam. They're stealing my livelihood. If this goes through, yes, they're stealing it a lot. I'd like to take a person at their word. I really do. If somebody tells me something, I want them to mean it, or don't tell me. Don't tell me that. You know, that way you know what to expect. But this is a curve that's being thrown to us. Bob would be very hurt by what's going on now. He would take a person at their word. I think he would be angry, very angry, that the thought that his hard work in all those years were just thrown aside. Meant nothing to Peabody, absolutely nothing. He was glad to have the job. I won't take that away from them. He was glad for the job, but it's not a gift when you have to put that many hours in, which he willingly did. I'm not knocking anybody, but he worked for it. I would like to know how they can just file bankruptcy and throw everybody aside like these men. They care nothing. They care nothing about the working man, and the working man is what keeps this country going, and that's what built Peabody up, was all these men that they're throwing out. They're the ones that gave most of their life to Peabody so they could have all of what they have now. How could you get by with that? Legally, how can you do that? I don't know when some people ever get enough money. They'll do anything for more money, and you know, it's sad, just real sad. When is the court system going to start taking the working man's side? Nobody is standing up for the working man. You're just thrown aside. You know, anybody that's got money can buy it, you know, and that's the way it is. It bothers me, yes. You know, I get scared. I've had tears, yeah. I don't know how you couldn't, you know. I don't want to go in the government. I want to make it on my own. We were raised that way, and it's hard to put that aside. You know, we worked hard. We should have this. It's not given to us. I don't need $1 million. All I want is what Bob earned for us, that I can just make it through life. I don't need the finery, new cars, or nothing like that. I just want to live. That's all I want. I just hope and pray to God that somebody wakes up and looks at our side of this picture instead of just Peabody's side. We need help now because we are on the older side, and when you go out to get a job, nobody's going to hire you. You're not worth anything anymore. So yes, I would love to see somebody for change take care of the underdog.